How do I see my live? Hold on 1 second, y'all. We got 2 viewers right now. What's going on, EJ? Push that file saved. Yo, can you hear me? Yo, can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you.
We're just waiting for a few more people to join, and then we should be ready to go. People to join. If you are in the building, drop flames in the chat. Again, if you are in the building, drop them flames in the chat. Let me turn this down a little bit. Hold on. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We're about to get started here in about 30 seconds. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. I have here with me Mike Robb, owner of the Long Beach Orcas, as well as the owner of the Dallas-Fort Worth Soldiers. What's going on, y'all?
How's it going, guys? Excited to be here.
I think Jameson is having some technical difficulties right now, but we're still good. We're going to go ahead and get this game started. Anybody that you're looking forward to seeing show up?
I'm looking forward to seeing every one of these guys, and I know some people stood out yesterday, but I think that we'll see some surprising new faces pop up today in light of the good show from yesterday.
I definitely believe so as well. I think, you know, with 1 second. I definitely think that, you know, with having a lot of the well-known names play, that, you know,
I definitely think there's going to be some surprising factors in here. I think I've got my eye on like Kahim Marine.
Who'd you say?
Kareem Rahim, Shakur Abdur-Sue.
Definitely.
There's going to be a lot of these big guys that are really going to try and show up Robert Ivory, I think. Or they're going to try anyway.
As we see Gilbert make the pass on to Jameer Johnson, as Jameer Johnson gets the first bucket for the Atlanta Hoopstars. Uncle Drew bring the ball down.
Very nice. Well drawn up play.
See E.J. Bailey try to drive in on Kareem. Kareem contested is no good. Robert Ivory with the rebound as we see Gilbert bringing the ball up for the Hoopstars. Passes it over to Jameer Johnson. Jameer Johnson pulls up and bang, bang, buckets. Jameer Johnson is starting off his scrimmage hot tonight. Uncle Drew.
Man, wide open.
Uncle Drew bringing the ball down.
Definitely a collapse of the defense on that one.
Passes over to Emmanuel Griffin, and Emmanuel Griffin with the return on the three.
Not going to go quiet. It's going to be a big game this whole time.
Ivory driving in, goes up, and an and one for Robert Ivory on Griffin Harris. We will be having a second game following this one. It will be the quarters will be a little bit longer in the second game, just to kind of get the scoring up a little bit, to see some more players involved in action as well. As you see, Robert Ivory.
Are we going to be rotating the starters for game 2 so we can get some more scouting intel?
Yes, the starters will change. Going into the next game, it'll be immediately following this one. So please stay tuned with us. As you see, Uncle Drew pass over to Emmanuel Griffin. Emmanuel Griffin pulls up again, and bang, bang, buckets from the other side of the three. Gilbert bringing the ball up for the Hoopstars. Passes it over to Johnson. Johnson to Ivory. Ivory drives in on Griffin Harris. Griffin Harris with the stop and a block on Ivory. What do you think that it's going to take for someone to really impress some of these owners in these scrimmages? As E.J. Bailey gets the block on Jameer Johnson.
Well, it's definitely going to be, these guys that are putting up big points are going to be easily noticed. Guys that are putting up, affected team, block steals, things that help their team get ahead are definitely going to show up. But really what the owners need to be looking at is these role players, these guys who are setting good screens and allowing their shooters to get open.
Definitely.
Just because you don't show up on the stat sheet doesn't mean you're not showing up on the court.
As Gilbert passes the ball over to Ivory, ball goes to Ingram. Teo Ingram, one of our newer players, just recently joined ESBL last night. He's made his way into the starting lineup as Jameer Johnson pulls up for the three, and a putback by Kareem Rahim.
Man, I told you I had good expectations for that man. He's putting him. He's proving me right now.
Griffin pulls up from mid-range. It does not go. As DJ Gilbert and the Hoopstars look to extend the lead that they have on the Philadelphia Royals. Ivory tries to drive in on EJ. Does not go. Bailey with the pass over to Uncle Drew. Uncle Drew back to Emmanuel Griffin. Bailey drives in on Kareem. Grabs the rebound and a layup and a putback for E.J. Bailey. As we see Robert Ivory bringing the ball up. Drives in on Griffin Harris. Harris picks up his second foul here in the first. You think that the coach should take out Harris now?
No, I don't think they should take out Harris now. It's still early in this game. He's still got a couple more fouls to give, but he's still one of those guys that I think they're going to be hurting even if they take him out.
I don't know. I think
I think this is also the the league's first look at all of the jerseys and the courts. What do you think of them?
It is. This is actually the first time that we're seeing the debut jerseys for the Atlanta Hoopstars and the Philadelphia Royals. I really like what the owner of the Royals, not the owner of the Royals, the owner of the Hoopstars decided to go with this scheme for his home court and their jerseys as well. Without going the traditional white route, they decided to go yellow for home jerseys. As Robert Ivory gets the block on Brad Sewell. Sewell tried to drive in on Ivory, and Ivory was not having it.
And that man will not be denied.
But to answer your question a little bit more, I definitely, I'm really feeling, the creativity from both teams, really, or both franchises, rather, with the way that they decided to go with building their jerseys and kind of putting their own spin to things here. As we see, Travis goes up for a layup, and it is good. Levi Nash bringing the ball down for the Hoopstars. He checks in for the first time alongside Michael Robertson, Johnny Good, Damian Self, and Kai Rainey. On the other side of the ball, we get to see here, I believe that is Shaquille Rodman, Ty Black, Ken Dixon. It's Ty Black with the rebound, passes it over to Travis. We didn't see much from Brad Sewell last night. I mean, so do you think that maybe he kind of turns things around in this game to get himself going?
I think Brad Sewell has all the potential and he has all the right physical gifts he needs to make plays. He's just got to get in the pace of the game and find his groove, and he will take off.
I agree. The shot is no good. We're winding down our first quarter as Michael Ali pulls up from full court. It does not go. 11-10. The Atlanta Hoopstars are up, leading the Philadelphia Royals.
But to Brad Sewell's detriment, though, if he doesn't find that groove, he's going to get lost in that big pool of small forwards that the league has right now.
I definitely agree.
He definitely needs to step things up if he wants to get noticed by these teams.
The league is filled with, a lot of these top premier small forwards, and I really think that, each team should at least have, one, if not two of them on their team, just to kind of have those, wing guys that can kind of fill in different roles, whether it's shooting guard, small forward, or power forward.
Oh, yeah, that's the best part about our league. That small forward position, I think a lot of them are going to be the sixth man on their team if they have more than one, because they can fill a lot of those high-need spots.
Definitely.
Because we have that one-up, one-down rule, so they can play a lot of those important 2, 3, 4s.
As Gilbert and Atlanta Hoopstars look to take back the league against the Philadelphia Royals. Gilbert passes over to Robert Ivory. Ivory passes it back to Gilbert. Gilbert's going to probably look to score here. Goes in for the easy layup on Uncle Drew.
Yeah, that man's an offensive powerhouse, but a little bit lacking on the defensive side. He's almost like James Harden in that aspect.
I believe so. Completely agree. As Elliot Griffin gets his first points of the game. Gilbert bringing the ball down. Passes it over to Kareem. Kareem drives in on Bailey. Goes up. And the layup. Kareem Rahim making a name for himself today in his first game here in ESBL. As we see Uncle Drew and the Philadelphia Royals Elliott Griffin with the ball. A steal from Johnny Good. Johnny Good brings the ball up. Drives in on Griffin. Goes up for the layup, and it is good. Uncle Drew going up against Gilbert. Passes over to Griffin Harris. Back to Uncle Drew. Passes to Emmanuel Griffin. Looking to make something happen for his brother. The pass goes in, down into the paint. It is no good. Whereas Robert Ivory drives in the paint, goes to Levi Nash. Nash drives in, looks to go for it. Emmanuel Griffin wasn't having it, so he sent it the other way. Uncle Drew passes to Griffin Harris. Bailey with the ball. Griffin Harris looking to make something happen. Pulls up Elliott Griffin, and he is banging buckets as the Philadelphia Royals take the lead 18-17. Johnny Good.
Man, has that man missed a shot yet?
I think he missed one or two. As Johnny Good pulls up from mid-range, and it is good. Good, Johnny Good, good. Uncle Drew with the ball. As you see Griffin Harris driving in.
Johnny B. Good indeed.
Johnny Good with yet another steal. Coming up the court for the Hoopstars. As Elliott Griffin looks to make a stop. A screen set by Robert Ivory. Good goes in for the slam. Johnny Good showing his best impression in his debut here in the ESBL as well. Timeout called by the Philadelphia Royals.
On fire right now.
21-18. This is getting good.
And I think we've received word that Dallas placed their tag on Johnny Good.
Yes. As the Philadelphia Royals.
Drop flames in the chat if you're here. Hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. We are a growing league. We need everything we can get.
Definitely. If you are in here.
Like button for the YouTube algorithm.
If you are in here, as Eli Hawkins pulls up for his first jump shot of the game, if you are in here with us, please drop flames. Drop in the chat what position that you play and what it is or what team. Excuse me. I do apologize. I was receiving a message. But no, drop flames in the chat. Drop what position that you play. And what do you think that a team should look at with you here in your game in the third scrimmage that we have today, as we have 19 viewers growing strong. As Michael Ali pulls up from three and an air ball. That was nothing but air, NBA style. Does not go in for Ali and the Royals.
Michael Ali there.
It's Kai Rainey.
First look at Ali, and it's not a great first step, but I think he still can improve on it.
Definitely. As Damian Self passes it over to Jameer Johnson, goes up as Michael Ali with the steal, bringing the ball down for the Royals. Screen set by Shaquille Robin. Ali pulls up yet another three. It does not go. As we see Terrence Wary making his debut with a rebound. And a steal by Elijah Hawkins. Ty Black passes it over to Michael Ali. Michael Ali passes to Brad Sewell. Sewell goes for the three. Does not go. As we see Terrence Wary with yet another rebound. The ball goes to Kai Rainey. Rainey to Wary. And Wary goes in. He's banging buckets, making his debut here in ESBL. Ali with the full court three. It is no good. As the Atlanta Hoopstars.
Terrence Wary still shooting big threes.
Leading 26-18 at the half. What do you think so far from the performance from Atlanta?
Man, they are on fire. It seems like everything they shoot just magically finds its way into the bucket. I don't know how you're going to stop all that.
How do you feel like, or like, what do you think it is that, the Royals can do to kind of cut into this deficit here?
Well, as we've noticed, a lot of the scoring has come from the 3-point line, so they got to tighten up on the perimeter. And if you have to give up on the paint a little bit, then so be it, because they don't seem to be driving super hard.
Yeah, I definitely think that they're going to have to find some way to stop those guys on the 3-point line and, somehow try to, kind of box out a little bit more. I think the coach needs to really have them focus in on grabbing a few more rebounds as we start the second half of our third scrimmage. Again, for those of you who are just joining us, we will be having another scrimmage immediately following this. The starting lineups will change a bit, just to kind of get some more guys some airtime. As we see Emmanuel Griffin bringing the ball up for the Royals. Emmanuel Griffin has been very consistent in these past few games. As he goes up for yet another three, he is banging buckets.
And Emmanuel Griffin might be the Royals' ticket back into this game.
I definitely believe so. Griffin played in the scrimmage last night where he almost brought his team back, as we see DJ Gilbert go in for the easy layup on Uncle Drew. Uncle Drew bringing the ball up. Passes it to E.J. Bailey. Bailey to Griffin. As Uncle Drew pulls up from three, left by himself in no man's land. Banging buckets all up and down the court.
All right. Now we're getting back into it. Philly's saying, hey, you guys can shoot threes, so can we.
DJ Gilbert with to Robert Ivory.
Oh, man, that was gorgeous.
Uncle Drew looking to capitalize on that last alley-oop from the Hoopstars. Passes it to Emmanuel Griffin, his man. Banging buckets, Emmanuel Griffin. Somebody get this man a contract. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, somebody's raising their draft stock for sure.
As Kareem and the Hoopstars look to maintain their lead, Jameer Johnson with the fake on Emmanuel Griffin goes up for the layup, and it is good. Jameer Johnson with his first start in our third scrimmage here in ESBL. Uncle Drew looking to make something happen. Screen set by Bailey. Drives in on Gilbert. And good with the layup by Uncle Drew. Robert Ivory up against his cousin, Nyla Ivory. Pass goes to Gilbert. Gilbert with the screen set by Teo Ingram. And Nyla Ivory fouls Teo. I mean, so what do you think that it's, for some of these guys who aren't being as aggressive on the scoring end, and not showing so much, how do you think it is that maybe that they can contribute to the game to make an impact, or to show some of these owners that, hey, I'm here?
Well, first of all, again, we said it before. You don't have to show up on the spreadsheet or on the stat sheet as long as you're showing up on the court. You're making those screens. You're letting your teammates get open. You're helping out with the spacing even. Good owners and good scouts will notice those kinds of things. And even if you're not active on the court, on the score line, be active in the locker room. Be active in the chat. Get people to notice, like, hey, yeah, this guy's here. He's, being a big leader in the locker. He's going to be a leader in the locker room. Definitely.
As Emmanuel Griffin drives in on Kareem and Johnny Good. Good with the block, and another block by Raheem Kareem. Emmanuel Griffin being very aggressive for his team, hoping to get them back into this game. As Johnny Good looks to extend the lead.
He knows he's the one that's got to carry them into victory.
Good tries to go in. Heavily contested against Nyla Ivory. EJ Bailey pulls up from deep with the three of his own. He's banging buckets. As Johnny Good brings it up.
They were thinking he was going to drive there, and he just like, nope, I'm staying right here, and I'm putting points up.
Drives in. Johnny Good. Ooh! And a block from EJ Bailey. Good. Thought he was good.
It was back-to-back.
But it wasn't so sweet over there. As Michael Robertson checks in along with Steve Carter, Levi Nash for the Atlanta Hoopstars. Kareem has to make something happen here. 1 second to go. Steve Carter pulls up from deep, and it is good. Smothered by Ty Black. Steve Carter with the three of his own. Aiden Travis with the ball.
Previous games that he has got a mean shot.
Ty Black up against Steve Carter. Aiden Travis against Levi Nash. Travis pulls up from mid-range. It does not go. As Levi Nash pulls up from deep. And Levi Nash showing that he still got it from his hot game last night. As Aiden Travis making his debut, passes it over to Brad Sewell. Sewell looking to potentially get a teammate open. Rodman drives in, spins around. Kareem falls down on the ground. Rodman pulls up for some strange, odd reason. I'm not sure what his plans were there. As Nash passes it over to Michael Robertson. Robertson to Raheem. And Johnny Good pulls up on Brad Sewell. He's banging buckets from deep.
A lot of good ball movement on that play from Atlanta.
As we see Aiden Travis with the ball. Travis drives in, pulls up on Levi Nash. It is no good. As we end the third quarter here on ESBL, 42-32. Atlanta Hoopstars are still up by 10. Who do y'all have winning the game?
It's not over yet, but there's still a chance that the Royals could come back.
I agree. I definitely think that, if the Royals can somehow get some stops on that three-point line and manage to kind of contain them in the paint, that they might they might have a chance to come back into this game, as long as they keep that ball in Emmanuel Griffin's hands.
And that alley-oop assist of the game, that's the highlight right there.
As DJ Gilbert, Michael Robertson bringing the ball up. How do you feel so far about the matchup with DJ Gilbert and Uncle Drew as they lead the one spot for their teams?
Back and forth all game.
Uncle Drew brings the ball up. Passes it over to EJ Bailey. Bailey looking to make something happen. Robert Ivory said, "No, you don't." As he passes it over to Jameer Johnson. Johnson over to Gilbert. Screen set by Robert Ivory. And Gilbert tried to throw it. Oop. It didn't look like it was going anywhere. As Ivory contests Griffin Harris. As we see Gilbert bringing the ball down for Atlanta Hoopstars.
Yeah, that's what you got to worry about when you try to go for those.
Jameer Johnson for deep.
Full open.
Yeah, I definitely think when you're throwing oops that, if it's not clear down there, it's probably not the smartest thing to do.
Yep, you got to watch out on that, but that's where you got to have that high pass IQ, and you got to know where everybody is on the court.
As EJ Bailey tries to go up on Jameer Johnson, Johnson wasn't having it. Gilbert passes it over to Johnson. Back to Johnson. As Johnson passes it over to Ivory. And Ivory gets it back to Johnson on the cut. Great play and great ball movement by the Hoopstars.
Yeah, that's where that alley-oop pass should have gone.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that one. As Uncle Drew looks to make something happen. Nyla Ivory goes up for three, and she's banging buckets. I don't know. I think the Royals still have a chance here if they can get a few stops.
They're not out yet.
As Jameer Johnson tries to go up.
On the deep end to help contain Atlanta to a reasonable number.
Emmanuel Griffin, hoping to get his team back in the game, drives in for the easy layup, and it is good. Emmanuel Griffin with 17 points, shooting 60% from the field right now. As Robert Ivory and the Hoopstars look to keep the lead, Jameer Johnson from deep in the corner. He's banging buckets over there, and maybe right here as well. Why not?
Man, shooting everywhere on the court tonight.
Emmanuel Griffin drives in on Michael Robinson. Robinson with the contest. It is no good for Griffin. As Robert Ivory and the Hoopstars hope to close out this game. Ivory with the dish to Teo Ingram. It is no good. Nyla Ivory passes it over to Griffin Harris. Harris gets to Emmanuel Griffin, and he is still banging buckets in this game, hoping to get his team back in before the game ends and potentially tying this one here for the Royals.
Yeah, that was a big miss by Robertson not to cover the open man.
I definitely think that, the Hoopstars, they need to keep a very close eye on Emmanuel Griffin at all times.
Oh, for sure. That we said it before. He's the ticket to get back in the game for Philly.
As Johnny Good.
Pretty good player of the game.
Johnny Good drives in, goes up on Nyla Ivory. It is no good. Ivory with the great defense. She brings the ball up. Griffin Harris drives in. Emmanuel Griffin with the ball. This is who you want to have the ball in his hands come time to close the game out. As a screen set by E.J. Bailey. Emmanuel Griffin does. That is not a good decision by Emmanuel Griffin to go up on Kareem. As DJ Gilbert and the Hoopstars look to close the game out, Johnny Good dishes it to Kareem. Back to Gilbert. Gilbert drives in on Uncle Drew. Goes up for the layup and showing Uncle Drew to get in that weight room. As a timeout called by the Philadelphia Royals.
Nail in the coffin, that last bucket.
What'd you say?
Said that might have been the nail in the coffin with that last bucket.
I definitely believe so. That that I might would have closed this one out.
Because really, Philly's going to need to hit a quick three-pointer, get a stop, hit another three-pointer, and yeah.
Be sure if you're watching with us right now to like the video. Please subscribe. We have 17 viewers and 8 likes right now. Also, drop flames as Emmanuel Griffin gets another bucket as he's leading his team in points with 22, 8 for 14 right now. Followed by Jameer Johnson and a steal by Uncle Drew. Griffin Harris drives in on Gilbert. Drew goes up on Robert Ivory. And Drew finds Griffin. It is no good. Gilbert over to Ivory.
Man, missing that wide open three really did not do him any favors.
Ivory to Johnson. Good. Wide open. Pulls up fadeaway. It is no good. Uncle Drew bringing the ball down. Pass it to Nyla Ivory. Nyla Ivory goes up on Johnny Good, and she's showing him that she got that trigger finger. Over there, she's banging buckets. The Philadelphia Royals are down 4, hoping to tie this game up in 8 seconds. Do you think that they can potentially do it?
It's a very slim chance. They would have had a lot better if Emmanuel Griffin had nailed that open three earlier. I would say they definitely had a good shot. But I think it's a little too late at this point.
As we see Shakur Abdur check in for the first time. Kai Rainey getting fouled by Elijah Hawkins. The starting lineups will be changing for the next game coming up here immediately after this one. So just bear with us for like probably 2 minutes, and we'll jump right back into this. As Atlanta Hoopstars look to close this one out, Jameer Johnson gets it over to Gilbert, and a foul on Drew. And that should just about do it for the Atlanta Hoopstars as they look to close us out with these last free throw.
Yeah, that's definitely going to put it out of reach.
And a timeout by the Royals.
That's their last one.
My apologies, I was answering a few messages.
No worries. It's been a great game. I think that both teams showed off a lot for the scouts and for these teams to consider.
Griffin goes up for three as he slaps in another one on Jameer Johnson. They're down 2. Can they get the stop? Wow. Emmanuel Griffin. He said, can we run Shakur at point guard to show off his point forward game? We can start Shakur. However, there's a 1 up, 1 down rule. So at the very most, we can put him at shooting guard, but we cannot put him at point guard, unfortunately. As Gilbert hits his first free throw, the Royals don't have any timeouts. So whether Gilbert misses or makes this, that might be it.
Yep.
That's it.
Even then, they'll have a second to get it all the way down to the court.
As we see the Atlanta Hoopstars take this one against the Philadelphia Royals 52-48.
Man, that was a fantastic game from both sides. The scouts really have their work cut out for them.
All right, let's go ahead and see some of these stats here. As the Hoopstars take the win, Jameer Johnson puts up 12 points. There was 9 for Gilbert, 3 assists, 9 for Johnny Good, 2 steals and a rebound. Robert Ivory with 6 and 4. Kareem Raheem with 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists and a block. Levi Nash came in with 1-3 off the bench, followed by Terrence Wary, 3 points and 2 rebounds as well. A 3 from Steve Carter, 2 from Rainey, and 1 from Teo. The Royals, 25 points put up by Emmanuel Griffin in 16 minutes. Nyla Ivory with 6.
That is ridiculous.
That is crazy. Uncle Drew with 5 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. EJ Bailey with 5, 4, 1, and 2.
Go over one more to the right so we can see the 3-point
yeah.
attempts. And
yeah, Emmanuel Griffin went 6 for 7 from the 3-point line. I mean, the Royals didn't shoot terribly from the 3-point line.
No,
I,
the 3-point scoring is pretty impressive.
and let's see, team comparison. In case anybody wants a picture of that, and then let's see if we can get a few plays in here.
And what really stands out there is the bench points for the Hoopstars.
Yeah, definitely. The bench of the Hoopstars definitely came to play and be a pretty good supporting cast for the for Atlanta. Yes, Uncle Drew did have the most assists in this game.
So he's showing off that he has more to his game than just
Yeah,
pure scoring. He's
yeah,
showing you can be a team player, you can be a playmaker, and just helping out wherever he can.
yeah, definitely. I definitely think that Uncle Drew has a lot to offer on the offensive side of the court. All right, give us 1 second. We'll be right back, and the lineups will be changed. Oh, shit. All right. We are back on. Can y'all see the stream? Hold on. Gotta get my commentary. Yep. Okay. Can y'all see it?
I think we're just waiting on Jameson to get settled in.
Sounds good. As we have the starting lineups changed a little bit more, so that way you guys know who's starting. Kareem Raheem will be starting at center. Johnny Good, Terrence Wary, Shakur Abdul, and Kai Rainey will be starting for the Atlanta Hoopstars. Shaquille Rodman, Elliot Griffin, Ty Black, Elijah Hawkins, and Michael Ali will be starting for the Royals. As we get underway, Hoopstars won the last game. Let me see. Oh, 1 second. There we go. As Abdur Sue gets the ball stolen by Elijah Hawkins. Hawkins goes up, drives in, goes up on Shakur, and it is in by Elijah Hawkins as he gets the first points on the board for the Royals. Kareem Raheem going up against Robin. The ball went to Johnny Good, but it was no good. As Michael Ali takes on Kai Rainey, pulls up for deep, and it is not going in. Actually, hold on. We have technical difficulty. Give me 1 second. Something just happened. Hold on. All right, I do apologize. We had to get the game right because you guys were supposed to be playing a few more minutes than last game. Tip-off goes to the Hoopstars. We do apologize for the inconvenience. We had to change the time of the game. That was a mistake by myself. All right. Jameson, you here? Testing. Hold on. I see Michael Ali goes up for three, and it is good. Ali with his first points for the Philadelphia Royals as they lead up by 1 against the Hoopstars. Shakur Abdur passes to Terrence Wary. Wary drives in, goes up against Todd Black, and the layup is good by Terrence Wary. Ali with the ball, gets it over to Elijah Hawkins. Michael Ali drives in on Kai Rainey, and it is no good. by Ali. As Shakur is looking to make something happen here for the Hoopstars. Rainey with the ball. Passes it over to Johnny Good. Johnny Good goes up for three, and it is no good. Michael Ali bringing the ball down. Drives in. And an awkward pass over to Shaquille Robin, but it is good with the easy two. If you would like to jump in commentary with us, we're open to anyone jumping in. Just let me know here in the comment section. Shaquille Robin drives in on Raheem. Shaquille picks up the and one on Kareem Raheem. Hits his free throw. 1 second. As Robin with the rebound, Michael Ali bringing the ball up for the Royals. Ali with the shot. It is no good. He's very aggressive from that three-point line. He's not so consistent. As Shakur drives in, goes up and one for Shakur Abdur. Elijah Hawkins wasn't able to contain him as he drove into the paint. As he hit his free throw. Ali with the ball. Gets it over to Ty Black. Black to Rodman. Rodman backing down. Kai Rainey goes up, and it is good. Kai Rainey passes it over to Johnny Good. Johnny Good has cooled off a bit compared to his last game that he had. Hold on 1 second. Raheem passes it over to Johnny Good. Johnny Good for three. It is no good. Terrence Wary pulls up. That is no good. Elijah Hawkins bringing the ball down for the Royals. Shakur with the steal on Hawkins. Looking to make something happen here. Goes up for the layup. It is no good by Shakur. What's going on, Jameson?
Hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. Just checking in, man. I was in the stream. I was talking to nobody here. Nothing niggas.
No, it's all good. Sometimes, we'll have technical difficulties at times. As Johnny Good pulls up from deep, he hits it on Shaquille Robin. He's banging buckets right now. Yeah. Michael Ali with the ball. Gets it over to Elliot Griffin. Griffin goes up against Kareem. It is no good.
Kareem looking like an elite defender in this league.
Johnny Good with the putback. I think Kareem has a chance to go down as one of the better defending big mans that we have so far here in ESBL. As Johnny Good looked to get a stop The Warriors retain the possession. What were you saying? Elliot Griffin passes it over to Elijah Hawkins. Hawkins to Michael Ali. Ali goes up on Rainey. That is short.
That was well defended by Rainey. I like how he fought back to get in position off the screen.
Yeah, definitely. Perimeter defense is going to be a must here in the ESBL. As we have guys who just are not afraid to shoot. I think Emmanuel Griffin is definitely one of those guys that if you give him any kind of daylight, he's pulling it.
Yes, sir. So it's a must that you defend him as he's trying to shoot. I think he scored 25 last game.
25 points, yes, sir. As Rainey back over to Raheem. Raheem has to pull it because the shot clock was winding down. It is no good. I definitely feel that the Hawks wasted a possession on that one. Could have potentially made something else happen. Ali gets it over to Robin. Robin drives in and catches a charge. Great defense by Kareem to get his team the possession again. Substitutions being made.
On another big defensive play.
As Levi Nash, Teo Ingram, Aiden Travis, Brad Sewell, and Griffin Harris check into the game for the first time. Johnny Good pulls up from 3. Another assist by Rainey. Good is banging buckets. 18-10.
Johnny Good. He's looking good.
So as an owner, what is it that you feel that, players should showcase when they're in these games? Or what is it that your team is looking for?
My team is looking for, on offense, I'm looking for somebody. If I'm looking at a point guard spot, I'm looking for someone that can pass the ball and is a very smart passer, who's not turning the ball over, who's basically ahead of the game pretty much. He's basically making the plays that he needs to make to help his team win that basketball game. And on defense, he's playing defense well. He's not committing like dumb fouls. He's making sure he contests shots. He's just playing all around smart basketball.
As DJ Gilbert gets the assist over to Damian Self. Go ahead.
As far as like my wing players, I want my wing players to be able to shoot, be able to simply just score the basketball. If you can score the basketball, you can play on my team. And for centers, all you need is basically have the rebound. If you can rebound, I want you on my team. Rebound and defend.
As Emmanuel Griffin, he's banging buckets, hits his first 3 of the game. Levi Nash looking to make something happen with this team. DJ Gilbert from 3, banging buckets, making some plays for Atlanta Hawks off the bench right now. Aiden Travis going up against Gilbert. Emmanuel Griffin comes off the screen. That is his game right there, to be able to come off of those screens as Levi Nash sends Emmanuel Griffin's layup. Bringing the ball back up now. Gets it over to Robertson.
That is a great play by Levi Nash.
For Levi to be a shooting guard, he definitely shows that he's pretty well-rounded, very smart, very agile. As Levi Nash pulls up on Griffin, it is no good as the shot clock winds down.
I'm not liking the Hoopstars ball movement or whoever the point guard or whatever playbook they're using is not. It's not something I'm liking at this point.
As Michael Ali gets the 3, DJ Gilbert and the Hoopstars looking to come back with a score of their own. Gilbert drives in on Ali, Spins around a fadeaway. It is no good by Gilbert. Aiden Travis with the ball. Gets it over to Rodman. Gilbert with the steal as he brings the ball up for the Hoopstars. With the fancy pass to Damian Self, but it is no good. That was a bullet.
Like the pass, you gotta finish, though.
Definitely, in those type of situations, being the big or the wing player that's cutting, you got to make that play.
Yes, sir. That is Sports Center.
As Brad Sewell is left on an island by himself to pull up for three, and it is good.
Got it. Good shot.
Teo Ingram in his second game here in ESBL. Damian Self pulls up from three. He is showing that for a power forward, he can go shoot toe-to-toe with the best of them.
Yes, sir. That was a big shot, a big answer.
Travis pulls up from deep. It is no good. These guys are not afraid to shoot. I think from a guard or from a point guard perspective, you have to appreciate, Gilbert's ability to kind of change and manage the tempo for the Hoopstars, by not having them rush anything really right now, especially when their starters are not in the game. As you see Ali coming off the screen.
Yeah, I like that they're taking the clock down, but it must be a better shot. They have to work to get the best shot instead of passing the ball till it reaches 1 to 2 seconds and then it's a forced shot. But I do like that they're keeping the lead and staying focused as well.
I completely agree. As we finish the first quarter, 27-21, Atlanta Hawks are up 6 on the Philly Royals. What do you think?
I wouldn't sleep on the Philly team.
I think if they can, manage to get some stops, and really start converting on some of these shot attempts, that they'll be able to come back. As Michael Ali goes up for the layup on Kai Rainey, it is no good. Rainey bringing the ball up. Goes up on Bailey, and Bailey said, no, not today. He's playing defense all inside that paint. Elijah Hawkins with the board, or coming down the court. Passes it over to Ali. Ali drives on Rainey. Kareem with the contest. Ali with his own board. Brad Sewell with a steal from Terrence Wary. Terrence Wary bringing the ball down now. Passes it over to Kai Rainey. Raheem passes it down to Johnny Good. It is good by Johnny Good. It feels good. As we see Michael Travis, or Aiden Travis.
Johnny Good working, man.
Passes back over to Elliot Griffin. Griffin drives in on Johnny Good. It is no good. Rainey brings the ball down.
Some nice defense.
Rainey looking to make something happen for his team here. The screen set by Terrence Wary. Rainey drives in. Ali sticks with it. It is good. Rainey said, let it rain, let it rain.
Probably should have got a foul call right there.
I definitely think that the ref should have called that one. As Atlanta Hoopstars are up 10 against the Philadelphia Royals. Griffin goes in for the grown man slam. Elliot Griffin showing that he has some hops to his game.
Yes, sir. Elliot Griffin looking like a super duper star in this league.
As Griffin gets the block on Johnny Good. Good was able to put it back in.
On both ends of the court.
Barely to Brad Sewell. Sewell from 3 in the corner. That is Sewell's shot. If Sewell is in that corner, I think, if whatever team drafts him, that they have to get him in his spots. He's not one of those shooters that can just pull up from almost anywhere. You have to hit him where he's going to be consistent at.
Yes, sir. It looks like he's unfazed by the defense as well.
As Travis threw the oop to Elliot Griffin, it was no good. Rainey hoping something opens up for them. Screen set by Terrence Wary. Drives in, and that is a bad possession by the Hawks. Or by the Hoopstars.
I like the play.
Yeah, I definitely think that, they could have made something else happen there probably a little bit sooner. I think here you can definitely see the differences. You can definitely see the differences in the point guard play. As Rainey, he kind of holds the ball a little bit, probably a little bit too much, while trying to make something happen for his team. As Ali goes up for 3, and he's banging buckets right now. In his first start here in ESBL.
Yeah, Rainey has a stick in, man. He's been proving that he can shoot the ball.
Rainey drives in, passes it out to Johnny Good. It is no good. As Elijah Hawkins grabs his rebound and brings the ball up, gets it over to Elliot Griffin. Johnny Good with 14 points, shooting 6 of 15 right now.
Yeah, he's shooting quite a bit.
As Ty Black passes it over to Michael Ali. Ali pulls up on Rainey. It is short. Rainey bringing the ball down for the Hoopstars. Screen set by Johnny Good. Rainey drives in. Passes out. Rainey goes up for the 2 on Elliot Griffin. It is no good. Ty Black with the rebound.
Definitely like the shot. It just didn't fall.
As Ty Black hits the heavily contested layup on the Hoopstars defense. Wary drives in, and a steal by E.J. Bailey on Terrence Wary. Michael Ali bring the ball up for the Philadelphia Royals. Ty Black. Jab step against Good. Pass it over to Michael Ali. Michael Ali pulls it. It is short. Kai Rainey with the ball.
A nice look.
Yeah, I think Michael Ali is one of those point guards where, if in the right system and, if a team is able to pull some of those tendencies down, that they're, he might be a pretty good shooter. As Michael Ali with the rebound. Go ahead.
He gets the look. Most likely he's getting the shot.
Ali drives in on Kai Rainey and Johnny Good, and he just tied the game up for the Philadelphia Royals. And a timeout called by the Atlanta Hoopstars.
Much needed timeout, man.
How do you feel so far that, that the Royals have, or what do you think that the Royals did differently in this quarter than they did the last quarter to tie the game up right now?
Well, I put most of the blame on Atlanta because they're missing a lot of jump shots. But on the opposite end, the Royals are just capitalizing off their misses. They're doing everything they need to get done to get back into the game, and they're literally a possession away from taking the game away.
Yeah,
not taking the lead, not taking the game, but taking the lead.
I definitely think that the Royals have found a weak spot in the Atlanta's offense as Gilbert, Robertson, I believe that is Damian Self. Levi Nash checks in, and Self goes up for the 3. It is no good. And Teo as well checks in for the Hoopstars. Griffin Harris checks in for the Royals. Robinson going up against Harris. Pass goes over to Ty Black. Black against Teo. Emmanuel Griffin and Levi Nash. I don't like that matchup. I think that, as Levi Nash gets the block, as soon as I said something on Emmanuel Griffin.
That's his second.
Griffin with the steal. Griffin with the steal on Teo Ingram. Ty Black goes up, pulls up in mid-range. It is no good. It's DJ Gilbert and the Atlanta Hoopstars look to make something happen here. Robinson drives in, gets fouled by Griffin Harris.
That might have been a good foul. Without that foul, that bucket would have went in.
I definitely feel that, both Michael Robinson and Griffin Harris are a pretty kind of null and void type of matchup where, they're not really, offensive powerhouses, but they can both make plays on defense.
Yes, sir, and the rebounding in as well.
Definitely. So Griffin Harris gets it to Michael Ali. So the owners, after or following this game, will be coming up with a mock draft for the first 2 rounds of the ESBL draft. Anybody, that you've seen so far that can potentially be a first-round pick?
I haven't. I missed some of the test runs, so I'm probably not a good, a good prediction. But as of the games that I've seen recently, I would have to go with Elijah Griffin.
Emmanuel.
Elijah or Emmanuel?
Emmanuel, yeah.
Emmanuel Griffin, yeah. He's probably the best overall player I've seen on the court. And then you have people like Robert Ivory, of course. You can't leave him out. Uncle Drew, Elijah Hawkins. Of course, those are the given names, but I really haven't seen too much. I have to go back and watch some of the film, but those are who I see right now. And Ali's stock has been rising as well.
Yeah, definitely. Ali is showing that he can be a pretty prolific scorer. As Griffin Harris tries to take a 3 on Robinson, and Robinson just wasn't having it. Gilbert tries to throw the dime to Levi Nash. It is stolen by Emmanuel Griffin. Griffin goes up on Damian Self. It is no good.
Damian Self showing he's a big man. He's not one of those little guards.
Gilbert passes it out to Teo. She pulls it. It is short. Emmanuel Griffin gets it over to Griffin Harris. Michael Ali posted up against Gilbert. Pulls the spin around fadeaway. It is no good. Mike Robertson gets it out to Levi Nash. Nash to Gilbert. Back down to Robertson. Damian Self pulls up the mid-range shot. It is good. If you leave Self by himself, he gonna show you. You probably shouldn't have did that.
Self is a good shooter, man.
Especially at that power forward spot, he can really get big men out of the comfort zone. And Self comes up with the steal for the Hoopstars.
He can space the floor and he plays defense. His stock is rising as we speak.
As Self drives in on Rodman, Rodman picks up his second foul. As the first half is winding down, 5 seconds to go, the Atlanta Hoopstars are leading 39-36. If you're still in here with us, drop them flames. Let us know that you are in the building. Go ahead, James.
I mean, you got it. I don't know. I was just gonna speak. I forgot what I was about to say, man. It slipped my mind.
It's all good. It's all good. As Damian Self hits his first free throw. Gets them both to go.
Atlanta's still leading. They haven't been playing. They didn't play the second quarter as well as they did in the first, but they still have a lead.
As we get into halftime, the Atlanta Hoopstars are leading 40-36 here in our second scrimmage of the day. This will be our final scrimmage of the day, as we just wanted to give the league kind of like a premiere or a little bit of a dry run to see some of their players play on the court. We've had quite a few regulars get some playing time in, so we wanted to allow some of the guys who are either fairly new or haven't played as much, get them some more minutes. As Michael Ali leads his team with 11 points and Johnny Good leading his team with 14 and 4 rebounds. What do you think it's going to take?
The team is shooting well from the floor.
What do you think it's going to take for one of these teams to kind of pull away here as we start the second half?
It's simple, man. They just got to hit shots, make jump shots. They just need to make jump shots. There's a lot of teams, or a lot of these players are simply missing wide open jump shots.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, maybe they can kind of capitalize on some of those shots or take a few more easier shots, rather, that, maybe it might bode well for them.
Yeah, no doubt.
As Shaquille Rodman shoots a fadeaway post shot, Shakur capitalizes on the attempt.
Yes, sir, and that's another key to this game. Get out and run off of a miss.
Robin pulls up from deep. Robin has been taking a lot of questionable shots here in this game, as he tries to go in for a layup on Raheem, and it is no good. Michael Ali pulls up from deep. It is good. Ali with now 14 points in this game.
Yes, sir. I think he's another key to this game. If they want to win, Ali has to make those shots.
I definitely agree.
Rainey with a tough layup.
And the pass gets down to Shakur. Kai Rainey gets it over to Terrence Wary. Wary's been pretty quiet in this game as he pulls up for 2. It is no good. What do you think that it's going to take for Terrence Wary to kind of get going in this game?
Man, he just needs to have the ball in his hand. He's just a player. If he has the ball in his hands, he will make the best decision. I wouldn't doubt his ability.
As Atlanta Hoopstars looking to get on the board, Shakur pulls up. It is no good. Rebound by Michael Ali. Ty Black with the pass to Robin. Robin trying to take on Terrence Wary. He pulls up yet another jump shot. It is no good. Rodman shooting 3 for 7 with 3 turnovers and 7 points right now.
Testing Kareem for some reason I do not know. Johnny Good. Oh.
As Ali pulls up, it is no good. Kai Rainey gets it over to Terrence Wary, and Wary to Shakur. Shakur to Good. and it's off. Elliot Griffin.
He's just shooting as soon as he get it. I guess shooters will shoot.
Shooters do shoot. Elliot Griffin drives in on Shakur and gets the and one.
Hey, man, that's tough, man. He fouled him to prevent the bucket, and he still makes it.
Kyle Rainey gets it over to Johnny Good, and it's off. Uncle Drew checking in with E.J. Bailey, Elijah Hawkins, Elliot Griffin, and Nyla Ivory on the court. And Elijah Hawkins showing Steve Carter that you probably should have been in the weight room a little bit more.
Definitely a big man drive.
Jameer Johnson comes off the screen, pulls up. It is good. Jameer Johnson banging buckets. Back like he never left. So you see Nyla Ivory going up against Johnson. Hawkins pulls up from deep. It is no good. Rainey with the oop. It's off. It's Elliot Griffin driving in.
Nice try. They tried to sneak in by him.
Tries to get a very difficult layup in there down there in the paint against Kareem. Kai Rainey once again holding the ball to get his team going. Comes off the screen, pulls up. It is good by Rainey.
Good shot.
Elliot Griffin drives in, gets the nice layup. Atlanta Hoopstars are up 52-48.
Yeah, if Philly wants to come back, they probably should keep the ball in Griffin's hands and run pick and roll.
Yeah, I think Philly needs to get Emmanuel Griffin on the court as well. It's Uncle Drew with the ball. Hawkins pulls up and deep, and it is off. Jameer Johnson gets it over to Steve Carter.
Yeah, he got to hit those.
Carter tries to go in on Nyla Ivory. Kind of gets stopped. Carter with the pass to Jameer Johnson. Johnson drives in on Hawkins. Johnson showing Hawkins that you're too little and too small.
He's a baby.
Hawkins going up against Steve Carter. Uncle Drew pulls up from deep. It is good. Uncle Drew showing that he does have some shooting ability to him as well. Steve,
if they get him going, it could be a long day for Atlanta.
Johnny Good from deep. It is no good. Uncle Drew with the ball. We haven't seen much play from Robert Ivory and some of those other guys. Do you feel that that's why maybe, that Atlanta isn't able to kind of pull away here?
Yeah, I haven't seen Robert Ivory in the game yet. I've yet to see him touch the floor, so that could be another reason that the game is close.
It's Kai Rainey gets it over to Jameer Johnson. Johnson pulls up from deep. It is not good.
Oh, that's a good shot, man.
Uncle Drew Gets a screen set by EJ. Pulls up from the layup. And a foul and one.
That's another reason that the game is not Philly is not leading because Uncle Drew hasn't been played that much either.
Yeah,
Uncle Drew or EJ Bailey.
Yeah, I think EJ Bailey, Robert Ivory, those guys, definitely make a difference on the scoreboard.
Yes, indeed.
As the game is now tied up 54-54. Levi Nash gets it over to Damian Self. Self with the turnover. As Brad Sewell comes up with the ball. Elliot Griffin pulls up from deep, and it is off.
Shots, man. That's to take the lead to get the first lead of the game.
As Ivory checks in for the second time this game. Passes it over to Teo. Teo back to Ivory. Ivory's going to probably have to shoot a three here. And he does. It's off. Brad Sewell bringing the ball up. Sewell from three. It is money! Sewell showing.
Yeah, that was a game-changing shot right there, man. They
Definitely
looking to take off.
Hopefully that shot was able to build up some momentum. As Damian Self pulls up from mid, and it's good. Atlanta choosing to not be out of this fight. Both teams are shooting exact same percentages. 42 here, shooting 22 for 53. As Aiden Travis with the ball. He drives in and gets it going on Levi Nash. Nash wasn't able to stay in front of him.
And that's a smaller guard than what Levi Nash has been guarding, so it might be a little more difficult for him to get those same blocks.
Right, those smaller guards are tend to be a tad bit faster than some of these small forwards in this game.
No doubt.
Aiden Travis looking to make something happen. Travis drives in, and it is no good. As we end the third quarter, 59-56, the Royals are up 3. A pretty back and forth, steady, kind of steady game so far. Who do you guys have winning? Drop down in the chat. Who do you have winning this game?
Yeah, I definitely think both teams have to shoot better, but I don't know.
I think it's going to ultimately come down to
close.
I think it's going to ultimately come down to, who can actually get those defensive stops when it counts the most.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
As Hoopstars start off with the ball, Robert Ivory drives in, and it is no good by Ivory. Great defense by Griffin Harris.
Wow, he has to finish that, man.
As Emmanuel Griffin checks in, he drives in, passes it out to Shaquille Robin. Robin goes up for 3. He's by himself, and it's still no good. As Levi Nash
He's just having an off night.
Gets the finesse finish. Emmanuel Griffin gets it over to Aiden Travis. Travis pulls up. And it's off. And the oop by Shakur to Robert Ivory. Atlanta Hoopstars are up 1. Aiden Travis to Emmanuel Griffin. Griffin gets the layup. Back and forth. 11 lead changes here. Nash gets the ball over to Teo.
Have that last run.
Self pulls up from 2.
That's his spot. I'm surprised he missed.
Yeah, he's been very consistent from there. As Emmanuel Griffin hits the 3 off of 1 foot, banging buckets.
I would call it a dagger, but I think it's simply too early.
Ivory drives in on Harris and gets it to go. As these teams have been going pretty back and forth steadily here in the fourth quarter.
Yes, sir. That was a well-needed answer.
It was nothing too flashy there, nothing too complicated. As Rodman is doing these fades and taking these very questionable shots that is probably hurting his team rather than helping him. As Rodman goes in for the layup. Go ahead.
That was a good bucket. Tie game, man. You never know what's going to happen with this game here.
As Griffin Harris gets, I believe it was his first points of the game.
Griffin Harris is a small forward, or is he a power forward?
Griffin Harris is a power forward, I believe.
Yeah, that's nice to have him be able to dribble with the ability to dribble like that, so he can run screen and roll with another center, with another big. That's nice.
That'll be dangerous.
Very dangerous.
As Kareem Raheem checks in for the Hoopstars. Rainey gets it over to Johnny Good. Johnny Good pulls it. It's no good.
Yeah, Johnny Good's having a bad game, man. I can't say he's getting open looks, but they're just not dropping.
As we see Michael Ali here, hoping to close this game out for his team. Screened by Rodman. Ali pulls up, and it's money. Kai Rainey cannot check that man. Shakur gets it over to Johnny Good. Johnny Good hits it from that same spot, and it is money. A nice answer and return by the Atlanta Hoopstars.
Well needed. If they're going to come back and win, Johnny Good will have to be that guy.
Shakur with a nice defense on Elijah Hawkins. He drives in. Oh, and a snatch grab by Shaquille Rodman. Meanwhile, there was a foul on Elijah Hawkins.
I can't say Rodman is having a bad shooting night, but as far as like defense and rebounding, he is putting a lot of effort in on that side of the court as well. So it's not overall all bad for him. He does have a little upside.
Shakur hits his first free throw. And the Hoopstars hoping to take a lead here in the fourth quarter. Ty Black with the rebound and a steal by Johnny Good. Gets the Hoopstars the possession.
Much needed defensive play, man.
Raheem gets it over to Terrence Wary. Wary drives on Anila Ivory. And one by Terrence Wary. Grown man finish.
We mentioned earlier, if we got him the ball, he would do something. I told you guys, not doubt his ability.
I definitely think that Terrence Wary is, one of those kind of sleeper guys right now who, maybe because of all the talent on the court could be kind of getting, a little bit overlooked.
Yeah, most definitely, man. It's all about scouting, and it's all about knowing what players can do.
Definitely.
So if you know what you're looking for, just go with your gut, man. Terrence Wary, he could easily be a first-round pick.
As Michael Ali drives in and Kareem Mahim with the foul on Ali.
Yeah, tough call, man. I think that could have went either way. You gotta let the boys play. Ref has to let the boys play a little bit.
Yeah, they've been calling this one pretty close with these kind of like knick-knack fouls on both teams.
Ali looking like a good free throw shooter.
Yeah, I think Ali is one of those guys that has kind of snuck up on us a bit as he grabs a rebound and try to make a defensive play for his team. Ali pulls up from three. It is no good. That screen and pop that Ali has been doing has been working pretty well for the Royals here in this game.
Yeah, that last shot was just a heat check.
As Wary pulls up for two, that is no good. Probably could have gotten a better shot on that one. It's Michael Ali waiting for the screen. He gets it. He pulls up. It's off.
That's tough. He got a good look.
Rainey with the ball.
I definitely think that's what this game is gonna come down to, man. Cause the team's playing nice defensively, but whoever can make those jump shots can win this basketball game.
As Wary could not hit the 3-point shot, Michael Ali and the Royals looking to kind of take this lead right here. Ali with the three. He is money, banging buckets.
Big shot. Hell of a shot.
Johnny Good. It's good for three. Michael Ali bringing the ball down. As Nyla Ivory tries to take a three herself, it's not good. This game could very well come down to the final possession.
Yeah, they've been playing it kind of close these past quarters.
As Shakur hits Terrence Wary on the easy layup. 2 minutes to go. Who do you guys have winning this one? As the game is currently sitting at 76 Atlanta Hoopstars, 74 from the Philadelphia Royals. Drop in the chat who you have winning. Johnny Good is our player of the game yet again so far in this one. Michael Ali with the ball gets it back over to Elliot Griffin. Elliot Griffin receives a screen from Rodman. Griffin drives in and a foul on Johnny Good.
Hey, that was probably a good foul. If he didn't foul, he would give up the easy bucket. So I like him fouling in that situation, not giving up that easy bucket.
I agree.
Will he hit these 2 free throws?
He hits the first one.
That That's something else a lot of owners should be looking at too. Can the player shoot free throws?
Definitely. I feel that having the ability to shoot free throws and close games out, as Johnny Good hits yet another three from that top left spot of the court. I definitely feel that the owners and teams need to really be kind of closing in on the small things as well, and not just looking at what a player can do on a highlight, or you might miss out on somebody.
Yeah, you definitely need those like free throws and stuff like that. Those are keys to the game. Easy points.
As Robin has 8 points and 13 rebounds so far in this game. Couldn't convert the second free throw. Johnny Good looking and hoping to get the win for his team. He drives in on Todd Black and gets the and one.
Johnny Good he's stepping up.
Johnny Good
in the league that will step up in big moments, and Johnny Good is definitely doing that right now.
Looking to help close this game out and pull away from the Philadelphia Royals, as Michael Ali hopes to get something done right here. Potentially waiting on a screen from Rodman. He gets it. He drives in. Kareem, as Michael Ali gets the and one on Kareem Raheem.
Hey, that's a big boy move, man. A lot of people wouldn't have made that shot.
A lot of point guards would have probably passed out from that one.
Definitely a big boy move.
Johnny Good has activated his takeover. Johnny Good goes over to the other side of the three-point line, drives in, and one. Johnny Good showing you just how good it is.
Hey, man. Got his badge on. Man, it's hot right now. I think he scored the last 9. Is it the last 9 or last? It's definitely the last 5.
I believe so. As he misses his free throw, Michael Ali probably hoping that he can get a three-point shot right here. After the screen is set by Rodman, he doesn't get it. They dish it over to Todd Black in the hands of Elijah Hawkins. Hawkins with the pass to Robin. Robin throws up a fadeaway. It is good. He's been trying that shot all night. He finally hits it.
Finally got one to fall.
That's good. Drives in on Elliot Griffin. Kareem Raheem with the rebound. Johnny Good showing you. He got the trigger finger from deep. Michael Ali pulls up. He gets it. Ali showing you just how really clutch he is here in this game. As Shakur throws the ball up. Kai Rainey has it. Gets double teamed. Kareem on the three-point line by himself. He's getting checked by Elliot Griffin, and Kareem hits the mid-range on Griffin. This one is just about over.
Yeah, they've been making some tough shots to end this fourth quarter.
See Michael Ali go up and grab the slam down by 4. And a steal by Elliot Griffin. Griffin goes up for the layup. He probably should have passed out. Ah, that is a bad possession.
Wow.
Elliot Griffin did not make the smartest of plays on that one.
I agree. It must have been the adrenaline, man.
Shakur couldn't hit the first one. And he misses them both. And a turnover by the Royals yet again. These turnovers are killing them. They've had 2 possessions now where they could have potentially gotten back into the game. Shakur hits his first. Knocks down both of them. 14 seconds to go. Michael Ali brings the ball up. Ellie Griffin pulls it. It is good. Down by 3. The Philadelphia Royals with 8 seconds to go hope to get a foul, and they do. Can Kyle Rainey convert here? He hits his first. And knocks down his second. If they can get a quick 3 and potentially another foul, Brad Sewell pulls up, and it is off. That is the ball game. 93-88. The Philadelphia Royals lose to the Atlanta Hoopstars yet again.
That was a well thought out game, man.
Definitely, the Royals definitely fought to the end on that one.
And they came down to the end.
As Johnny Good put up 34 points, shooting 13 for 30, with 11 rebounds and 2 steals on the block. Shakur with 13, 5, and 4. Damian Self with 11 points himself. Kyle Rainey with 8, 4, and 5. Terrence Wary with 7 points. Jameer Johnson with 5. DJ Gilbert with 5. Ivory with 4. Kareem with 2 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks in 27 minutes. I don't think that's. I mean, it's a decent turnout for a big man. Maybe he could have probably done a few more things on the defensive side. As Michael Ali puts up 30 points himself, 3 rebounds and an assist, 12 points, 3 boards from Elliot Griffin. Shaquille Robin with 10 points, 14 boards. Yet again with another double-double. Brad Sewell with 9 points. Aiden Travis. Uncle Drew. Elijah Hawkins. Ty Black. Griffin Harris were all able to get in some valuable time. So Robert Ivory, you probably only played 6 minutes in this game, man, just because we had to get some of the other guys some more playing time, and so some of the starters from the last few games kind of sat out in this one to see how the game would turn out, and it kind of gets some looks from some of these owners. Johnny Good shot 7 for 17 from 3. All right, well, we definitely appreciate you guys being here with us. We're about to sign off. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share, and let us know what you guys think in the Discord chat. We'll be joining you guys momentarily. All right, we out.
Sure.